Cupcakes, how's it going? So yes, as you can see from the title of this video, it is cosplay time again. I am so excited about this one. It's been far too long since I did my last cosplay, and I know I say that every video because I just never have the time to do any cosplays. Surprisingly for me, I have actually had a list of cosplays that I want to do for a change. Normally I just get inspired by one and end up focusing on that one, but this time I've had quite a bit of a list to go through, and the one I have picked I'm actually really surprised that I didn't think of a lot sooner. It only actually came to mind when my sister showed me other cosplays of this particular character. I had no idea that other people out there were cosplaying this character, so when I saw them I was like, I am determined, I'm gonna have to do this. So the title of this video is a pretty massive giveaway. In fact, it's basically just telling you, so there's probably no point in me even saying it, but I'm so excited about this cosplay that I'm just going to say it anyway. I am going to be making a cosplay of Odette from the Swan Princess films. The reason I say I'm surprised that I didn't decide to do this cosplay a lot sooner is because the Swan Princess is an absolutely huge part of my childhood. Essentially, my origin story with the Swan Princess is basically my sister and I being taken to the video shop every weekend by my dad, and we'd always pick the Swan Princess video to take home with us. In fact, I think we borrowed it so much that we might as well have just bought the video like 5 times over. I can't really explain why as a child I loved the Swan Princess movies so much, and why in fact I still really love them now. I know that probably sounds a bit strange because I am a fully grown adult, but there is just something about those films that really resonates with me. Plus, when I was little I just thought that Odette was the most beautiful princess I had ever set eyes on, and even now I think she's absolutely gorgeous. So now I've got all my terrible babbly fangirliness out of the way, I'm going to show you what I have bought in preparation to make my Odette cosplay. So the first thing I did in preparation to make my cosplay was search for a pattern for the dress, and this is the one I found on Etsy. I feel very lucky that I managed to find this because I think there are only like a couple of these online, and this one may be a bit small for me. I mean, I'm slightly anxious that it might not quite be big enough, or I may have to hit the gym before I can put the cosplay on. But yeah, this is the one I've got. I'm going to obviously be using the one in the middle. I thought I was so lucky with how close that is. I mean, all I'm basically going to have to alter is the neckline and the sleeves. I'm going to use the puff part of the sleeves on there to put at the top, and then the rest of it will just I'll just improvise. I usually do that and most of the time turns out okay. So the next thing I did was pay a visit to World of Fabrics in Cheltenham, my usual fabric shopping hotspot, and these are the fabrics I bought. So for the main part of the dress it is essentially just white, so I went and bought this white fabric. There is a lot of this. This is about 6 meters worth of fabric, which is, I think, probably the biggest bulk of fabric I've ever bought. It's a really nice soft but not too slippery satin. I was actually going to avoid using satin because sometimes I think it can look a little tacky, and I'm really not good with sewing with satin because it is slippery and it just falls all over the place, and I have like no patience when it comes to using my sewing machine. But what I'm actually going to do with this is, you can see on the front it's very shiny, but on the back it's quite matte, and I actually really like this matte side of it, so I'm going to be using this as the front side of the fabric, just because I think, you know, it might be a little bit different. The only other fabric I have bought so far for this cosplay is this really nice, it's technically turquoise I think, but I think it's probably slightly more green than blue. I did have a bit of trouble trying to find a fabric that was the exact colour. I'll put up a picture like here somewhere so you can see, but it was actually a surprisingly difficult colour to find, especially since I'll show you a few other pictures, but in each different picture of Odette the colour is slightly different. That's the only issue with like cartoon films, is that you can never quite get the right colour. But yeah, so I eventually managed to find this one. It is also a satin. I will have to interface the back because it is, I mean, it's not like too light, but it's not heavy enough either to hold its own shape, so I will be having to use some interfacing on that. Finally, the only other thing I've bought is a basic invisible zip, because Obviously I need to be able to get the thing on and off. The only other things that I need to get for the cosplay, which I won't be making, I will be buying, are a wig and Odette's Swan locket. In terms of a wig, I have already been searching around quite a bit, and I've looked at other people's sort of cosplays and found wigs that I really like, but they don't detail where they got their wigs from, so it's a bit of a nightmare. So essentially it's just going to be a case of me hunting around until I find the right thing. And Odette's Swan locket, I'm not gonna lie, I think that's the part of the cosplay I am most excited about. The whole reason I had like a box full of lockets when I was little was purely because of Odette's Swan locket, and I wanted that locket so badly when I was little. Probably gonna wait till payday and be good before I buy it, but I'm just so excited that that exists because I've just wanted one my whole life. So yeah, that pretty much sums up everything I need in preparation for my Swan Princess cosplay. I really hope you enjoyed this video. In my next video, I will be going through the making process of the cosplay, so I really hope you join me for that, and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye for now!